Top headlines: 1. Tata Tele to merge consumer mobile business with Bharti Airtel. 2. TCS Q2 earnings beat estimates. Profit rises 8.4% to 6,446 crore rupees. 3. Retail inflation steady at 3.28% in Sept. IIP grows at 4.3% in August. 4. Himachal to go to polls on November 9, Gujarat before December 18. 5. Asked to explain calm before the storm, Mark Trump talks North Korea, reports Reuters. 6. Fed divide on inflation intensified at September policy meeting, reports Reuters. 7. FM says GST Council to discuss bringing real estate under its ambit, reports PTIMP bans high-decibel firecrackers this Diwali. The Madhya Pradesh state government today banned the manufacture, sale and the use of crackers which generate high-decibel sound with immediate effect. In view of a notification issued by the Union Ministry for the Environment and Forest, the manufacturing, sale or use of crackers which generate noise levels exceeding 125 dBA or 145 dBc will be banned, State Environment Minister Antar Singh Arya said in a statement. Arvind Kejriwal's iconic blue Wagon-R stolen from Delhi Secretariat. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's iconic blue Wagon-R was on Thursday stolen from right outside Delhi Secretariat in the National Capital Region NCR. Popularly known as the AAP Mobile, it is the same car Kejriwal camped and slept in during his protest against Delhi police in 2014. The chief minister was also photographed sleeping next to the car during the protest. Bitcoin smashed through the $5,000 barrier for the first time on Thursday, jumping as much as 8% on the day as investors shrugged off the latest warnings on the risks of buying into the booming cryptocurrency market. Upcoming splits in its software, reports that Goldman Sachs is considering offering Bitcoin trading, rumors that China could ease restrictions, and even a political crisis in Spain's Catalonia region were all cited by market watchers as reasons for the rally, as reported by Reuters. U.S. jobless claims fall to more than 1-month low. The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits fell to more than a 1-month low last week as claims in Texas and Florida continued to decline after being boosted by Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. Initial claims for state unemployment benefits decreased 15,000 to a seasonally adjusted 243,000 for the week ended October 7, the lowest level since late August, the Labor Department said on Thursday. Data for the prior week were revised to show 2,000 fewer applications received than previously reported. A Labor Department official said Harvey and Irma along with Hurricane Maria affected claims for Texas, Florida, South Carolina, Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. In addition, claims for Virginia were estimated. IndusInd Bank delivered another quarter of predictable high-quality earnings, giving investors another reason to cheer at the beginning of the earnings season. A strong growth in low-cost deposits drove margin stability despite the bank stepping up its presence in the competitive corporate lending business. Its asset quality showed no signs of stress and fee income growth was decent. While the bank awaits meaningful recovery in the retail business in the second half of the fiscal, it is also gearing up to acquire Bharat Financial, which the management feels would be margin accretive from day one. Read full story here. India needs to reply to defense evidence in Mallya extradition. India needs to reply to the defense evidence of embattled tycoon Vijay Mallya before November 3 in a UK court, the External Affairs Ministry said today, reports PTI. Giving details of the case before the Westminster Magistrates Court in the UK, Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said the extradition request in respect of Mallya, accused of many financial defaults, was handed over to the UK High Commission here on February 9. Mallya was arrested and produced before the Westminster Magistrates Court in London on April 18 for extradition hearing and granted conditional bail, he said. India's industrial output grew 4.3% in August as compared with a tepid growth of 1.2% in July, as the companies began restocking and building fresh inventories after clearing up the stockpile in the previous month ahead of GST's rollout from July 1. Factory output measured by the Index of Industrial Production (IIP) is the closest approximation for measuring economic activity in the country's business landscape. India's retail inflation continued to grow at 3.28% in September, mainly due to an increase in commodity and fuel prices. Retail inflation, measured by Consumer Price Index (CPI), witnessed 3.36% growth in August, while rising at 3.28% in September a year ago. It is the main price gauge that the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) tracks. Watch markets at Money Control. Markets clock in strong gains on Thursday, breaking TCS second quarter earnings have beaten analysts' expectations, with profit rising 8.4% sequentially to 6,446 crore rupees from 5,945 crore rupees. Revenue stood at 30,541 crore rupees for the quarter. Just to recap, the term of the 182-member Gujarat Assembly ends on January 22, while the term of the 68-member Himachal Pradesh Assembly ends on January 7. CEC says polling in Gujarat state should be over before December 18 to prevent Himachal Pradesh election result affect voting pattern in Gujarat election. This will enable simultaneous counting in Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat. The Commission will shortly announce dates for Gujarat Assembly election, he adds. Gujarat Assembly elections to be held prior to the 18th of December. Election Commission pic.twitter.com Viksiptli, Ani October 12, 2017. CEC says polling in Gujarat state should be over before December 18 to prevent Himachal Pradesh election result affect voting pattern in Gujarat election. The Commission will shortly announce dates for Gujarat Assembly election, he adds. Himachal Pradesh Assembly elections will be held on November 9 and counting of votes to be on December 18. That's the word from the Election Commission. The panel HASNT set a date for Gujarat Assembly elections. Bulk SMSE's voice messages on phone shall also be in purview of election advertisements. Chief Election Commissioner Akul Kumar Jyoti pic.twitter.com Uvvio, Ani October 12, 2017. The EC will have VVPATs along with EVMs. The height of voting compartments will be increased to 30 inches. There is also a 5.6 centimeters increase in the size of screen on VVPAT machines for the voters to able to verify their vote easily, says Chief Election Commissioner Akul Kumar Jyoti. Model Code of Conduct for Himachal Pradesh Assembly election comes into effect from now itself. CECAK Jyoti pic.twitter.com 4G9 Skinku, Ani October 12, 2017. Model Code of Conduct for Himachal Pradesh Assembly election comes into effect from now itself. CECAK Jyoti pic.twitter.com 4G9 Skinku, Ani October 12, 2017. The transaction will also provide Bharti Airtel the right to use Tata Tele's existing fibre network. Bharti Airtel will assume a small portion of the unpaid spectrum liability of Tata. The deal will bolster Airtel's spectrum pool with additional spectrum in the 1,800, 2,100 and 850 MHz bands, all widely used for 4G. Tata Teleservices to merge consumer mobile biz with Bharti Airtel. Tata Teleservices and Tata Teleservices Maharashtra will merge their consumer mobile business with Bharti Airtel. As part of the agreement, Bharti Airtel will absorb Tata CMB's operations across the country in 19 circles, 17 under TTSL and 2 under TTML. As per a notification to the exchanges, over 40 million customers will join Bharti Airtel stable. The merger will be on a debt-free, cash-free basis, with all past liabilities and dues to be settled by Tata. Watch live EC press conference on Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh elections. https://t.co4zbw3 Nigeto, Ani October 12, 2017. Royal Enfield has forayed into Vietnam, the world's fourth largest two-wheeler market, reports PTI. The company will sell 3 of its popular models: Bullet 500, Classic 500 and the Continental GT 535cc through its first flagship store in Ho Chi Minh City. Vietnam has a large young population who commute on two-wheelers and is now aspiring to adopt the right medium of self-expression and exploration, Royal Enfield President Rudra Singh said. We hope to fuel the culture of exploration and leisure motorcycling with some of our best motorcycles in Vietnam, he said. Royal Enfield, part of Eicher Motors, is focusing on Southeast Asian countries as part of its strategy to expand the mid-sized motorcycle segment 250,750cc across the globe. The company already has presence in Indonesia through 2 exclusive stores in Jakarta and Bali, and also has the first exclusive gear store outside India in Jakarta. FMCG firm Bajaj Corp reported a 13% decline in standalone net profit at 50.71 crore rupees for the second quarter ended September 30 on account of higher expenses. The company had posted a net profit of 58.29 crore rupees during the same period of the previous fiscal. Net sales during the period under review grew 3.73% to 204.12 crore rupees as against 196.77 crore rupees in the year-ago period. Bajaj Corp has several products in the haircare segment such as Bajaj Almond Drops, Bajaj Kalash Parbat and Bajaj Brahmi Amla. German insurer Allianz has partnered with Indian conglomerate Shapoorji Pallonji Group to set up a $500 million real estate fund aimed at the office market in India, reports Reuters. Allianz will own 50% of the rupee-denominated closed-ended fund, SPREF2, while long-term institutional investors will hold the rest. The deal forms part of Allianz's plan to allocate about 5% of its global real estate portfolio to the Asia-Pacific region, Allianz said. The venture, which will be supported locally by Shapoorji Pallonji Investment Advisors team, aims at building long-term, cash-flow-producing office portfolio by buying a mix of assets in Mumbai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai and Delhi. The Allahabad High Court acquitted Rajesh and Nupur Talwar in the murder of their teenage daughter Arushi and their domestic help Hemraj in 2008, saying they could not be held guilty on the basis of the evidence on record. The verdict ends a 9-year ordeal of the parents who were found guilty by a CBI court of murdering 14-year-old Arushi. A division bench of the court held that as per the circumstances and the evidence on record, the dentist couple could not be held guilty. Nielsen has announced a strategic partnership with retail technology platform SnapBiz that will enable development of new products and services for manufacturers in the fast-moving consumer goods (FMCG) industry, reports PTI. This will be based on point-of-sale POS transactional data in the traditional trade environment. This also marks Nielsen India's foray into building a partnership ecosystem that will focus on providing newer shopper and store insights for the dynamic and transformative, though largely traditional, retail environment in the country. The Delhi High Court set aside the disciplinary action taken by JNU against 15 of its students, including ex-NUSU president Kanhaiya Kumar, in connection with a controversial event on February 9 last year in the varsity, reports PTI. Justice V.K. Rao remanded the issue back to the Jawaharlal Nehru University JNU to be decided afresh after allowing the students to inspect the records and hearing them. The court told JNU's appellate authority to pass a reasoned order within 6 weeks of hearing the students, who also include Umar Khalid and Anirban Bhattacharya, that the varsity did not give them due opportunity to defend themselves against the charge of indiscipline.